everyone. Welcome to Cold Weather Podcast, where today it is Mental Health Day, where we just talk about mental health, what we do when we are feeling down and all that kind of stuff, and also why Moral had schizophrenia because he keeps hearing Cindy Senpai's voice. Poor Moral.
Poor Moral. Who's that?
No, it's not that. It's not that I'm hearing his voice. I keep hearing his beat tag for some reason. I keep hearing Senpai on the beat.
That is
Senpai on the beat.
I can still hear it.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Phasmo too.
Oh, Phasmo! I've been meaning to get into because I have a VR headset. I've been meaning to get into Phasmo just because I have a VR headset and all that, and it seems a lot of fun. But at the same time, there's always one game I want more than Phasmo.
You don't need VR to play Phasmo.
Well, you
I
don't
know,
need
but Phasmo is even more fun in VR. Why play a horror game on a flat screen when it works in VR as well?
I mean, that is true. It's very true.
Okay.
Don't play horror games though if you're pretty depressed, unless that's your thing.
I am always pretty depressed.
Well, I guess horror games is the way to go.
Yeah, so how is everyone today? How is everyone today so far?
I'm dying, but
Oh yeah, if Starly cuts out everyone, he dies to the tornado.
yeah. If I don't come back, guys, I'm just assume I'm dead.
As soon as you cut out from the call, I'm gonna just assume you're dead, kick you from
Exactly.
the podcast, and just
There
pretend
you
you
go.
never existed.
Just unfollow me, blacklist me, don't even mention my name.
Never
Blacklist
happened.
you when you're dead.
Exactly, yeah, just
What's the point?
I never existed.
What's the point? You're never coming back then.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my body gets possessed.
Yes.
And I somehow come back.
I don't know. The weather's too cold for anyone to bear.
It was very cold.
Stretch.
It's pretty fucking warm recently. It's been 70, 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's been pretty warm where I am too. We're still the Cold Weather Podcast though. Maybe we need to change the weather background eventually. But
Like the
No,
most
we're
things
always
cold
cold.
podcast.
We're
I have
always
a cold
cold.
right now, so there we go.
Let me get a new background for the podcast.
We're gonna do a beach. It's the beach
How long
episode
you been
today.
using that background for, Toyline?
For a while.
Since the anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was since the anniversary, January or something.
Yeah.
Where's the background? I'm trying to find the source for the background. It's like a browser source, right? No,
I believe in you.
I don't know where it is, man.
I believe you can change it.
Oh yeah. It's browser source. Okay, here we go. Changing now. You guys check the podcast. Yes, this is the new background.
We're in the void.
There we go.
Gotta load. It's gotta load it.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. That's global warming. That's perfect. What a perfect topic.
It's perfect for the Cold Weather Podcast, right?
It is. Cause what's more depressing than global warming? Knowing that we're fucking up the earth
Lots of things.
and we might kill ourselves through said process. But that's another topic for a different day.
That's gonna happen eventually, anyways.
It will. It'll be reality, and we're just gonna have to accept it at that point.
Yep, pretty much.
Polar bears are pretty mean.
Polar bears
I
are
know.
really scary.
Polar bears are pretty. They be drinking Coca-Cola every day. I'm even talking about.
How many polar bears could you guys take in a fight? Moral?
No, less than half
None.
of one. I could take half of one.
-2.
Cut it in half. Give me the back part. I'm definitely winning.
Yeah, you just need to have the polar bear be cut in half in the first place to win, you know?
Exactly. Right.
Just gotta run to the desert to laugh at it.
Are you starting in the Arctic though? Where are you starting compared to the polar bear?
In the Sahara.
Where's the book? Right? Yeah, I guess, yeah.
What universe though?
I would be able to take the polar bear if I got like a tank, you know, or like
In
RPG.
the Arctic? A tank in the... I don't know. Good luck with that, too.
Yeah, Pepe might be joining us today. It's unsure if he will be or not, but Moldy, I believe, is confirmed to be not here today because he is watching One Piece. So no Moldy
I
today.
can't believe he's watching One Piece.
One Piece?
It's faster to read it. It's way faster to read it.
Is there like a lot of filler in the anime or like no?
I think so. I think there's like, I don't know how much filler.
It's like 80% filler.
It's 80%. You
Yeah, I've
skip
like
everything.
never watched One
You
Piece.
go to the big arc, the crescendo arc in the middle of it.
The arc?
And
Well, yeah,
only
no.
read that arc and then never touch it again. Yeah, and then you'll be good.
Man, that arc got lost. If I do say so
The
myself.
arc got lost. I lost them. Guys, I lost my arc. Where is it?
Wait. Fluted.
I
in
don't know,
the,
never found,
you know-
found all 7 of the lost arcs.
You know,
And
it's
quit. I've even tried to find the first one.
losing my arcs does. It makes me pretty depressed, guys. You know how I help my depression?
I found your lost arc.
Fluted check
Did you?
DMs.
I found it in the award-winning MMO Final Fantasy 14.
True.
Oh, wow.
Good game.
Wow. Thank you
Good game.
for finding it for me.
But yeah, Fluted, is this a Gundam?
Oh my god, what?
Check DMs. Is that a Gundam?
Oh, what is that?
What?
Is it a Gundam? It has a cockpit.
No, it's a depressed.
What is it? What are you looking at?
Jesus Christ!
Nah,
It's a depressed
Digimon.
goblin.
It's a
Yeah,
depressed
Digimon.
job. Yo,
I'm just wondering why it has a bulge on the bottom of its pants.
Everything has one. Don't worry about it.
That's pretty yabbing, man.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So let's go to the actual topic, right? Now that the world is melting, global warming is taking over. What do you guys do to like distract yourself from the existential dread?
I just
Play on the
accept it,
podcast,
bro, you know? You comment on the podcast. That's also it's a good way to avoid it. You know, just taking a nice. I think this would help most people. Taking a nice little stroll outside when it's nice. Not when there's tornadoes outside, but you know when the when
Yeah.
the sun is nice, it hits right.
Starly, you should go on a walk. You should go on a walk.
Yeah, let
It'll
me
be good
go
for
on a
you.
walk real quick, guys.
It'll be good
The
for you.
Star doesn't need to walk. You can just fly.
I'll just fly. It's wet though. My wings will get wet. I'll just walk.
That sounds like a you problem.
Exactly.
Wait. Oh damn! It didn't copy and paste right. I'm just sending Fluted images in his DMs right now.
That's perfect.
Is this a Gundam
Yeah,
Fluted?
you slide those DMs though.
His DMs is just full of me asking if this image is a Gundam or not.
is this a Gundam? Is this a Gundam?
Fluted, is this a Gundam?
This is some random ass picture you see
No,
on
that's-
Twitter.
That's like a Guyver.
What is a Guyver?
It's a biomechanical suit.
Oh, okay. What is a Gundam?
Yeah, we have
anyways?
we have a Gundam expert, King Pluton. So yeah, you can
Starly, is this a
yourself.
Gundam? Like it looks like a Gundam, right?
It's like a Power Ranger suit. Like a beefed up version of a Power Ranger suit. I could definitely see this in Power Rangers.
Why don't you just make a channel
Yeah,
on your
I kinda-
Discord called "Is This a Gundam?"
That's true.
and then post pictures so everyone can weigh it.
Alright guys, is this a Gundam?
Hey, that actually sounds like a good idea for like a future
Is
episode.
this
It's
a
like,
Gundam?
is this a Gundam?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. we could do that.
With that.
But not today.
No,
No, yeah,
Today- today we're talking about how we cure depression, guys. Remember that. It's like
Yeah,
a
Gundam-
I don't think you can cure
Depression.
depression. You can just learn to better cope with it.
No,
No,
you
you
can.
can
I
cure it.
think you can cure it.
You can cure it?
Yeah, I think you can cure it. Yeah, you can cure it.
Damn.
It's not like sadness will go away, but I think you can definitely cure like depression.
Wait, I'm gonna just
In
change
some form, shape, or way.
Okay, the channel is called Is This A now. Starly, is this a Power Ranger?
Let me look. Oh, these are definitely Power Rangers. What do you mean? It's the Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, the Purple Ranger.
I think that's just like blue, but like they're very colorblind.
Yes, the Blue Ranger that looks pretty like purple. That's my favorite color.
These look like poor Power Rangers because they can't even cover their face properly.
Is that a Power Ranger?
Oh, that's definitely way more of a Power Ranger than the last few.
That's either a Power Ranger or a Kamen Rider. I can't tell.
They actually do
like
have
the same thing, right? They're like.
No, I think they're slightly different.
But they have the
Super
same
Sentai,
type
or
of,
like Sentai Rangers or whatever
Yeah,
is like the source
Sentai.
material, right? But then Power Rangers pretty much takes like all the footage, right? And then just goes, I don't care about your plot. We're making our own plot now, and then just tosses the plot out the window, and then just does whatever the hell they want with the footage, you know?
That is true.
Yeah, that looks more like a Kamen Rider to me.
So it's like Kamen Riders are like the distant cousins of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But they're more popular.
Then there's like Garo
better
too.
stories.
Then there's like Garo, which is like another one of like the same genre kind of things from Japan, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy has an official crossover with that, which is pretty cool, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is official from Final Fantasy, by the way. Yes. Like just like, yeah, no, I could definitely see those as like random ass villains for Power Rangers, you know?
One of them is not like the others.
One of them is not like.
No, they all look about the same, aside from the people on like the corners, you know?
Yeah, the four middle guys look very similar. The two guys in the corners look like, what are you doing here? Then the midget in the bottom left is like, all right, we have a stray child in the picture. Please get him out.
What's this
Have
kid
any of you
doing
guys
here, guys?
watched
What the
a
fuck?
Power Rangers Turbo?
No.
Does it cure your depression, Toy?
No.
Watching,
the thing is, you have like a tiny ass child, right? But for the for them to like fit in the suit, or like look like they fit in the suit, it's canonical that the child like goes like turns like 20 or something, like mid transformation. I don't know.
Wild. That sounds absolutely wild.
Because you have like a tiny midget child, right? And you're telling him, yo, go drive and like risk your life for like the world, And I'm like, okay then? Question mark.
That sounds awesome.
But isn't that's what the plot of Gundams are, right? They take children and they like
Pretty much.
Most of
like force them into the mecha suits. Like, go save the world, kid. You got it.
Why is it always a kid in the Gundam suits though? Like why is it always like an 18-year-old in the Gundam suits though? Like,
because they're very easy to manipulate and they're impressionable and and
is there like an actual in-world reason?
Yes.
What is the in-world reason?
Because they want the people to buy kits, and the kits will be bought by mostly kids, and they want them to relate to the Gundam pilots.
No way in hell that the kids would be able to make like the Gundams on their own though, like like build them and all that.
Yeah, they would.
Kids are stupid.
All right, and they get their parents to build it. I don't know. No, honestly, I don't know if they're going for like because it's pretty damn edgy when you start talking about like child soldiers, and like half the Gundam stuff is like the main pro tag is a child soldier.
Yeah.
So I don't really think they're going for that, because I mean they could be, but I don't know. There are some Gundam series that have like adults piloting stuff like that, but like 99% of the time they end up dying.
Damn.
Okay, so let's say these kid soldiers return home. Pluton, what would you want them to do to distract them from the miserable lives that they just lived, the war that they just lived through? What do you think?
Why would it be a miserable life though?
I don't know.
Probably a lot of trauma from all that.
They're depressed, right? They got PTSD. Right? What would you say would be a good off time to load off from the crippling depression that they have?
Like honestly, if you're like 14 and you were conscripted to like pilot a Gundam to like save the world or whatever, after that, please go straight to therapy. You know?
Yeah, but if you
not everyone has therapy money, do they?
if you're a savior of the world, isn't that enough therapy alone?
No, what the
No.
fuck? What the
Why not?
What?
I mean,
Like, hey, good job, kid. You saved the world. Like, what's that gonna do about his? He saw his comrades die in front of
If
him.
we look at U.S. history, unironically, they don't get enough help. Like a lot of like veterans, and everything like unironically do not get enough
they
help for
don't.
like mental trauma and stress. You know,
Yeah,
which is actually a
that
really
makes
sad
sense,
thing.
man.
but you
Yeah.
can't compare like a veteran from Vietnam to like the savior of the world. It's not exactly the same thing.
No, but still, they still have PTSD. Just because they saved the world, it's not like, oh shit, I'm all better. I watched my friend die like 2 weeks ago, but you know what? I saved the world, so you know that's pretty good.
I
don't think that's how human life. I don't think the human brain works like
I
that.
unironically think that like Gundam
Yeah,
pilots
it doesn't.
probably see
that's
more
bad.
war than like like actual veterans, but like for veterans it's mostly like how visceral and like traumatic everything is. Gundam pilots go through a lot of fighting, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cause like in normal wars there's like a lot of like downtime and everything between the fights. It's not just like constant fighting, but like Gundam pilots just like fight and fight and fight and fight and die. But then again, you don't really see people dying in Gundam, do you? You see their like Gundams like
you-
exploding, but like you don't see like them
You know,
dying, right?
I feel like you might not see the person die,
Yeah.
like up close, but
Yeah, I mean, usually Gundam
You know,
explodes from like a fusion engine reactor breach or something. It's not like you're gonna see gore everywhere. It's just they're gone.
no, yeah, they just
Yeah.
disintegrated.
See, the whole entire thing about like wondering how people feel when they come back from seeing like their people die in the middle of war and stuff. Of course, it's very traumatic. But if you look at like the course of human history, there's many violent periods in time which happen throughout the entire like course of humanity. So
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of separate yourself from that because in the modern age you don't normally think about like going into war or experiencing those things. You can go in your entire lifetime not seeing anybody die in front of you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to see some people die in your life, like
Yeah.
if you have elderly relatives or something like that. It's something you need to come to terms with throughout
Yeah.
the course of your life. But I mean, if you think back in like Roman times or something like that in ancient antiquity, there were still wars going on. There were mercenaries. There's like gladiator stuff going in front of people.
Yeah.
Even back in the day in like the Wild West, there's like public hangings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's been a constant theme throughout like all of humanity. There's never been a time where it's been like super peaceful that people
Yeah.
are like completely,
Shielded from
yeah. So like when we talk about it here, it's like something that's extremely traumatic and whatever else. But
Yeah.
people have come to deal in terms to deal with that for a very long time.
I think it would really depend on like who like the main character of the Gundam series is, like their personality. But like some people like do adapt better to like trauma and everything. But like most people in like the same situation would be like completely shell shocked.
Well, that's actually a common theme in most of the Gundams is that
Yeah.
whenever it's like a kid who's never experienced war and something, when they're thrust into that situation, after they actually do kill like somebody for the first time, every single one of the protags that do that basically shut down unless they're a complete psychopath.
Are there any
Yeah.
psychopaths, and which one should I watch?
Oh, stop! We trying to be sentimental this episode.
So, like, I think it's Iron-Blooded Orphans or something like that. One of the latest versions of Gundam.
Yeah.
One of the main protags, the one who actually pilots Gundam Barbados, is like
That sounds
he's like
evil
emotionless.
villain Gundam.
He's completely emotionless. So he's just like, oh, you tell me to kill someone, all right, I'll go ahead and do it. And even as a kid, there's like some flashbacks of him just like picking up a gun and being like, well, you told me to kill him, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So that's a little bit different, but I mean that fits into the whole personality.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
I think most people would, right? At first, they'd be like, bro, what the, like, after they kill someone, like, what the fuck? What did I do? I just took someone's life. But I feel like in small cases, I don't say rare cases, but if someone were to kill someone,
Yeah,
they'd be like, okay, cool, like, I did that. Let's move on. Let's go. Let's keep continuing my life. You
I
know.
feel like in the modern day, Gundam, like how like gamified it looks like inside the cockpits, everything might like give like an extra layer of like, separation from like the trauma and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is an interesting thing to think about. Like can you train these people to just ignore what's actually happening?
Yes, they do
Oh,
all the time.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Not even in Gundam, but like the best
IRL.
equivalent would be like drone operators in the army or something like that. They literally got in their heads that they're playing like Call of Duty and shit like that. The after effects of what they're actually doing is way different than if they were there in person actually witnessing that type of stuff.
Yeah. It's definitely different because if you're behind the screen doing it, it's not like you're like personally there seeing the people that you hurt, seeing the aftermath, the trauma that comes from what you were doing, and I can understand why
I
people would
still
like.
always do advise therapy though. Like, like if you go through something, even if like nothing is wrong, right? I think like just going through like 1 or 2 therapy sessions just in case something is wrong.
Oh yeah,
is like 100% like required though,
I feel like
I think therapy for most things is useful.
No, therapy for most things is useful. The thing is, I feel like it's not as commonly brought up, or it might be too expensive for the lower class people that might not have enough money to like, hey, let me drop my therapy real quick.
Yeah,
because I feel like therapy is more of a what's the word?
Upper middle class kind of thing.
Yeah, it's It's you can just be like, oh yeah, I'll drop by therapy. Versus someone who's like always working, trying to barely make the cut of like their debt or whatever, and they can be like, yeah, let me take a day, real quick, go therapy, lose like $200 or some shit, and then
therapy is very expensive. Like I know a lot of people who like are barely able to afford it or like not even able to afford it. It's really heartbreaking to see, Because like I feel like in some places that's like like a human right in some places where it's like provided by the government, right?
Yeah.
But in like America, it's like unless you really like are poor, then like, the government's not gonna like do anything, right? I'm like therapy's hard to come by. Not enough people go through it. If you are watching the VOD or on the stream and you can afford it, I would highly suggest looking at it. Yes.
Look at it, and maybe if you're able to, maybe talk to someone close to you, family or friends.
Yeah.
Maybe like a teacher.
Don't talk to your teacher.
If that's possible, but
right.
Oh, and
like,
if you are gonna
someone like you trust, but there's like a time and place. When to talk about these things to someone.
Yeah, if you are gonna talk to someone, make sure that you ask them that it's okay first of all, right?
Yeah.
Because unnecessary trauma dumping is not okay, Like don't pop into your favorite streamer's chat and just start like trauma dumping to them,
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
Right. It still happens. Like not just like on Twitch streams, like even like in like Twitter DMs, Discord DMs, like that kind of stuff happens. Like,
it's a big thing.
I'm sure in people's daily lives, someone's like, I've been holding this shit in for so long.
Yeah, because it could be like hard to like deal with somebody else's trauma. When you have to deal with your own trauma as well.
Yeah,
and
it's a big thing.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a very big thing on like Twitch, especially. I've seen multiple posts about people like just trauma dumping. That's not great, right? But like, yes, if you do have people you trust, ask them that's good, like that's fine beforehand, right? And make sure like everything's okay before you do so.
And don't let this like scare you off. Don't be like, oh
don't
shit,
talk to anyone ever.
I don't want to. I'm never gonna talk to anyone about my feelings. I don't want to accidentally, say something and trigger a reaction for them, and don't hold it in. Personally, I've held in a lot of strong emotions for the longest time, and does not help.
Talking does help though.
It gets way worse if you just keep holding it in.
Bottling up,
and it's gonna reach to a point where it's gonna explode, and you might hurt someone you care about or something through your actions on accident,
or yourself,
or something, or yourself. Yes, and it's probably not good. It's better to talk. Talking definitely helps you. Can help you.
Yeah.
Don't hold it in.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing you're describing of people trauma dumping is basically just inappropriate behavior with strangers. Yeah. And people that don't want to deal with that sort of stuff because they got their own lives and their own problems to deal with. For some reason, people seem to think like it's okay to just talk to somebody as if they were your best friend, especially online. But it's not. That's really not the case. I mean, your family members or something would probably be a better fit for any of that stuff.
And like, if you like going up to a random person on the street, if like, hey, my mom died yesterday, and like they're not. How are they supposed to help you, right? You don't know what's going on in their life. It would be better for someone closer to you who knows like what you're going through, kind of knows sort of the situation you've been in for a while. And then you can tell them, and like, all right, here's some advice to help you. They can talk to you, or have you just rant and just listen to you. They don't even have to talk to you.
I mean, they have like, I assume they have like hotlines and stuff like that to talk to like a random stranger that doesn't know who you are, that you can tell your problems to, and they can. I mean, the whole entire thing of like getting through trauma and stuff like that is basically talking about it and like trying to view it out of a different perspective, because a lot of times you internalize most of the stuff, and a lot of people, if they listen to it, can give a different perspective as to like, that's not your fault or you had no control of that. And that's usually the typical things how it goes by. So
and a lot of like
there's definitely various helplines, hotlines to call, like for sure, like those kind of resources.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, like, those hotlines are very useful, although, like, having, like, someone to, like, actually talk to that knows you, or, like, a therapist will help more, although they are very useful at times. I have heard about, like, some people getting, like, put on hold for them, because those things can get very busy at times, right? So, like, it's not,
they can be put on hold? I never do that. I never do that as a thing.
Yeah, because, like, they're, like, especially in times of, like, high stress or, like, economic instability and everything. That's like a big one, right? I think like there were like times when like the stock market was crashing and everything, and like they had to like put up like a bunch of hotlines and everything for like investors and stuff too, just because it was such a bad issue at the time. Talking definitely is like one of the best ways to do it, and in general, I feel like therapists, right, aren't really there to like make you feel better, quote unquote, is to like let you process in like a healthy way, which is why it's like so important to do so. For me, however, if I am ever sad, I just go into the PvP arena of whichever game I am currently playing and spend 20 hours straight PvPing.
If you're really sad, let's say you got a bad grade or whatever, like, damn, I could have prepared for that more or whatever, it's kind of rock your day off. Do something you enjoy. Do like go indulge in yourself a little bit, right? Because everyone, at the end of the day, everyone has problems, and it's sometimes hard to get through them. But I feel like if you make it more, you try to make it, put a good positive spin on it, or something,
or like just distract yourself somehow, like just temporarily.
It doesn't, like, if it's something like it's a bad grade, or I don't know, you got into a, like, I don't know, your bike tires popped or some shit going home, something minuscule, I guess, but enough to be like, damn, this day sucks. Definitely, try to do something to distract yourself. Go watch videos. Go, if you have a streamer you like that you enjoy and you're feeling down,
sub to them. Give them all your money.
No.
Don't do that.
Maybe. No, you give them a visit. Be like, hey, what's up? You don't have to even talk in the chat. As long as you're having fun, then that's good. All right. As long as you're feeling better.
Yeah. And at the same time, though, like, sometimes you do have to like confront your issues after like enough time has passed, right? Maybe like if you've gone through something very like emotionally traumatic, right? I always suggest taking like a bit of time off just for yourself, like just like doing something you enjoy, right? But at some point you also have to like, give yourself some time to think and process through everything as well, right? Because just pretending it hasn't happened also isn't always the greatest way to go about things either.
Yeah.
I wish you could just keep running away from things forever, but like that doesn't really work. At least in my case, it might work for someone else, but like, a lot of time it doesn't,
It'll catch up to you.
No, I run away from all my problems. Never confront them. Ever.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. You didn't see me run.
Yeah, you gotta be like, now it's not running. I have to run away.
I'll be wrecking the sound barrier because I'm so fucking fast. No, but yeah, no, that's because I was last year. I think it's last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before that. I got a phone call, and I didn't know what was happening, but my mom was pretty sad.
Yeah.
She told me my grandmother passed away, and I was still in school, right?
Yeah.
And I just came home from a break, and I just seen her right before then.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, damn, that sucks.
Like, fully processed, right?
But I gotta go to school. Cause like that was kind of still in my mind. Like I'm in the middle of school. But afterwards, right after school, I took a walk. And I cleared my mind, and I processed it. And very sad.
It hit.
Very
right?
emotional. It definitely hit.
Yeah.
And was it? I didn't go to school the next day. I think it was on a Friday.
Yeah.
So the weekend was basically there. I decided it would be better for me to take a day off and focus more on that feeling that I was feeling.
Yeah.
And focus on that right now and take a break on what I was doing in the moment, which was school. And it helped. It definitely helped.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, drop everything the moment something super traumatic happens.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely better to step back and be like, hey, I know all this important stuff is going on, right? And I know you have deadlines or whatever you gotta hit. But this shit just happened and you're still trying to process it. So you can take a break. It's alright, it's fine. It's fine to take a break for a bit. It's definitely
definitely
good to take a break on moments like that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be like, okay, cool, that happened, and go straight back into your work.
Yeah.
No, you can be like, yeah, that shit was sad as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Specifically for grief, I mean, it's been studied many times, and there's like 7 stages or so, and the first one is basically shock or denial. That was probably just when you heard about that, you just like couldn't process it.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
You couldn't do anything about that. You just said, I have school stuff to do.
Yeah,
so that is 100% perfectly normal human emotions and how to deal with that type of thing. But eventually that catches up to you, which is all the rest of the processes and stuff like.
Yeah. And sometimes like people don't like sometimes it takes a long time, right? And like eventually you'll have to like force yourself out of bed, right? But like people do heal at different paces, and like different things work for everyone else, right? So like if you are going through some grief, something I always suggest, right, is like giving yourself like a lengthy timeline that you can like a certain point that you have to start getting on with your life again, right? but like at the same time, like not like just like being like, oh, I can't grieve anymore, right? But like, you know, just try to like get productive again eventually too, right? Because like you can't exactly grieve for like the rest of your life and not ever get out of your bed again, right?
Exactly.
Which is a sad thing, right? Which is definitely a sad thing.
It's definitely sad. But you
like,
can also, I feel like, 1 year later down the line, you can look at the positives. My grandmother lived to be like 89 years old. Bro, that's amazing. What?
Let's
89?
go.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a pretty long time.
The average life
absolutely.
expectancy of American is like 70. That's like 19 more years she had. That's absolutely crazy. What? She lived a whole life. She saw her kids, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren. That's pretty fucking cool. Like, that's pretty so many stuff she did in her timeline. She became she was a nurse for a bit. She was a hairdresser. It was crazy.
That's a lot.
And I know, it's crazy. Like,
living long enough to like see your great grandkids, like that's really an achievement.
It's really an achievement. I like most people
on Twitter never even see their kids.
That's another problem. I feel like you can look at the positives because at the end of the day, they passed, but it's understandable. She was 89 years old. Her body wasn't used to live in, I guess, to live in that long, and it gets to the point where your body's like, all right, I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. We gotta die, guys.
That's my body when I'm like 20.
But that's life, right?
Yeah.
And one day, the listeners here and us on the podcast, we're gonna die too. I hope it's not soon. I hope it's not soon. I hope it's like
tomorrow.
40 years down the line. But you can still think of the positives, even in grieving moments, like that.
Yeah. If you don't mind me saying something slightly controversial.
Say whatever.
No, go ahead.
All right. Like, honestly, I think a lot of trauma, grief, depression, all that stuff is basically a perspective issue on many different things. Like, for instance, death, that's Starly just described. If you go through that from your own perspective, it's a loss that you can never really recover from. You can remember the memories and everything, the good times and everything, but you can never, talk to the person again. That's a huge finality of the thing. But on the other flip side of it, if they lived an entire life, it was a hugely fulfilling life to them. They experienced tons of wonderful things in the entire life. And like you said, you can't get away from dying. There's nobody that's going to live forever.
Except me.
Except Toylan, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a part of nature to agree to that is just something that happens all the time. Yeah. So from that aspect, it should be almost a celebration that they got to experience all those things.
Yeah.
And from that aspect, that's a very positive thing. It's, again, a lot of this stuff about like, there's tons of stuff to get depressed about. Like you mentioned global warming in the very beginning of the episode. And it's like, everyone's going to die and whatever else from the earth getting too hot. And most of that stuff is like, you're not really experiencing any of it right now. Yeah. I mean,
it's not like immediate or like personal, right?
Yeah, it's probably not going to be in your lifetime. And even if, they keep on, it's always, I want to say from the entire time that I've grown up, there's always been something on the horizon that's like going to kill everyone. Whether it was Y2K or Nostradamus predictions that the Earth is going to end, all this crazy shit that's going on the entire time. No matter what time period you're in, there's always doomsayers through every single generation. Okay, and it's just a matter of like,
we have confirmed that Pluton has been alive since 1503 to 1566 when Nostradamus was alive.
It's not like he didn't write any books.
Books
no,
don't
he definitely
exist.
didn't.
Books don't exist.
No way.
So, all I'm saying is, it's more of a stop thinking that you're going to die or the future is all doom and gloom and everything. There's a lot of things to celebrate today There's a lot of good memories you can make now, and you can make the most of your lives today. That's what you should really be focused on.
There is nothing to celebrate ever. Only gloom and despair.
Focus on the now. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Focus on the now.
I mean, you can always think about the future and the past. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, they're not bad. But
like the whole entire thing, like specifically with global warming, I find it kind of silly. The whole entire thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, millions of people are going to die," and then you're just like, "Well, just move inland a bit more." I mean, humans been doing that since forever. It's not like the first global catastrophe that they had to deal with. There's like the ice age that humans lived through. Yeah, pretty sure they can deal with like
the ice age. We can definitely survive through whatever. What is next?
And the best part about it now is we have the ingenuity of science. The whole entire thing.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people talking about carbon captures and stuff like that. So they'll figure it out. If they need to, they can put a solar shade up in space and cool down the Earth. It's not like it's a unchangeable thing.
I feel like they recently they're like, oh, it's unchangeable if we don't do shit by 2033. No, we can. I'm not saying we can take our time, baby, but I feel like by the time we're maybe 40, 50 plus, I'm sure science would have been like, yeah, we know what to do. We're gonna boost more electric cars or some shit. Throw some solar panels here and there.
I'm
wind turbines.
I'm sure science will get to a point where it like fixes things, but the thing I don't trust is the people, because like unless it's like economically like viable, right?
I don't think in the near future, I don't think the Earth is gonna get
blown up
to where people think of like Mad Max vibes, where the fucking Earth is so hot, nothing but deserts, everyone's running wild, killing people. No, I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get to that point unless
tomorrow.
Yeah, that might be tomorrow, guys. But I don't think we're gonna get to that point anytime soon.
Yeah. It's like existential despair more than like something that will happen, you know? It's just like, yeah.
But people think about those things all the time.
Oh yeah. Some people treat it as if it's gonna happen tomorrow.
That's a problem.
Yeah. Worrying about stuff like that, like immediately is like a bad thing, but like at the same time, you know, just worrying about it in general isn't like necessarily bad either, you know? It's like people do have to worry about stuff like that, I feel.
Yeah. Remember like the whole like 2012 thing, like the world was gonna end 2012 or something.
If only.
Yeah, that was the Mayans.
The Mayans. You know what's funny?
The
thing is, the fucking calendar didn't even stop at 2012. It stopped at like 2030 or some shit.
No, it was 2012. I thought it was just the end of a cycle.
No, I thought you like calculated wrong, and it wasn't specifically 2012. It was like a couple centuries off or some shit. And even then, the Mayans just said, all right, I think this is long enough. If we have to get to a point to add on more to the calendar, we'll do it later. It's not like they said, all right, guys, we gotta stop at 2012 because the Earth ends this day. No, they were like, all right, I think this calendar is long enough. If we need to add more, we'll come back and add more. Unfortunately, they were unable to add any more.
Like, I read an article about this years ago, but it basically said, thanks to global warming, that we won't go into another ice age. So you gotta pick one or the other. And quite honestly, I feel that's like a huge positive of global warming.
I could survive an ice age.
I think we could survive an ice age.
I mean, to survive being in this cold weather, you can survive it.
That is true. Like, you've been surviving so far in this cold weather.
I think ice ages might happen a lot quicker than people expect it to happen. And again, it's like completely guesswork on my part, but there's been like archaeological finds of like humans that were basically flash frozen in the Alps and stuff like that. One of the like an ancient human that was recovered almost the whole entire body intact. It kind of seemed through the anthropologists that were looking into it that he didn't expect any of that shit, so that's why he was just like covered in ice for the entire time.
He was taking a walk with his dogs or whatever. So, hi guys, good morning today.
Is this a Gundam?
Is this? I think this is just a robot.
No, it's a mobile armor.
I guess, yeah. Well, yeah, not with the second picture. Yeah.
They tried to copy GPO3, but
yeah, 100%.
Then again, why the hell does he have a bus on him?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is he like a?
He's a lumberjack.
He's a threat to all trees.
Yeah, he hates trees. He's like, global warming is gonna come any day now. I gotta kill all the trees.
Flying trees.
Flying trees. Yeah, yes. You know, trees be flying nowadays. They're trying to escape the earth.
Oh, one of the things that definitely does help me when I'm feeling a bit down is like just playing music that makes me like even more sad, because it helps me get out of that sad phase.
No. That's what he's saying is I think scientifically proven to be good, because if you listen to a sad song, when you're sad and you relate to it, you can usually get your emotions out, cry a little bit or whatever, and then afterwards you're like, that was good. It was nice. I let my emotions out. I cried, and you might not feel much better, but you're on the up and up, right? It's all uphill from there.
Yep. The one problem is if that's like in your main music playlist and then like you have a bunch of sad emotions like associated and then it just plays randomly. That's not
good. Maybe make a separate playlist for your sad song.
All the songs on my playlist are sad.
They're so good, but they're so sad.
I'm only half kidding.
Only half. It's not funny, guys. Stop laughing.
Yeah, time to cue Unravel right now. I still never watched that anime though.
No, neither did I. It's cringe as hell.
I can't believe y'all didn't watch Tokyo Ghoul. Don't watch the.
Does anyone actually like watch Tokyo Ghoul these days?
I'm sure there's definitely people that watch Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, I think it was one of the first. I'm gonna say one of the first. One of my first couple of animes I got into, but that was like middle school.
Oh, damn! It was
too. A while ago.
It was too old for me.
You say it's too old for me?
Yes.
Too old for you? What's an anime that's considered like too old for you? I mean, like what year?
Dragon Ball. Anything before Dragon Ball 2.
True.
Anything before Dragon Ball too old. Okay.
Too old, right?
Yeah. Anything,
too old, like
anything before the year 2012 is too old for me.
Anything.
Damn,
anything on the Mayan calendar, too old.
Yeah. You guys ever wake up and like just like think about things that you watched like 5 years ago and like there's people who exist that are younger than it. Just look at media that you've like recently consumed and are just like, damn, there's already people younger than it. L.
Yeah. They're like, it's gonna be crazy when they're like, oh my god, guys, I can't believe you have a PS5. That shit is ancient. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Yeah. Man, imagine being older than what was that one? I remember seeing a Twitter post where it was like, imagine being older than something something.
There's a bunch of posts like that.
Pepe retweeted it. I remember.
Alright, look at his
Funny enough, the Digimon movie that we watched together is older than I am.
when did it come out? 2000?
2001 or something like that. Yeah.
Wait, in that case, Naruto is too old for you.
Yes,
yeah,
true.
Naruto is too old.
Naruto's older than me, 100%.
How about Boruto?
Boruto.
Cringe.
Yeah, that's perfect for you.
Everyone knows that's cringe.
It's your kind of anime.
You were born to watch Boruto.
I would rather not be born in that case. I'm sorry.
He said, "Take it back, please."
Yeah.
I'm gonna unbirth.
Yeah. Kami-san season 2 is sick. Yeah.
I'll just disappear and exist.
Did you say you're gonna unbirth him?
No, we're gonna slide past.
You're gonna just pretend that didn't happen.
That's not real. What was the meme? What was the meme toy? The pet bag.
Let me see if I can find it. It was something like I don't remember. It was something like if you played like you know like PS like 3 or 2 or something, you're like too old or something like that, you know, or like yeah. I don't know.
Ooh, what the fuck? The PS3 don't even isn't that old, guy.
Wait,
it came out in
It's not a Gundam.
Let me check. Okay, the PS3 is younger than me. That's good.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, what a Gundam? Moral?
Is this a Gundam?
The PS3.
Is what?
The PS3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind. You posted like 7 minutes ago.
We have a chat called "Is this a Gundam?" and like, or is this a? And I've been waiting for you to post something.
Guys, is this
The PS2 is older than me.
I think
guys,
I still have the PS2.
Is this a PS2, guys? Is this a PS2, guys?
I hate living in
the
Rome.
GameCube is like one of the best consoles like growing up. Like okay.
I fucking love the PS.
I love the GameCube. The GameCube is the shit.
Oh, I've had a GameCube before. Don't ask how, but I've had like a few.
Yeah, Toilet knows people.
I know people.
He knows old people.
He knows old people.
By old people you mean I know moral. Old Elmo.
Oh, thanks about that people. I'm a cat. Oh.
Yo. Cat lives, right? They in that 16. Don't you? If you live past 16 years old, that's not natural as a cat.
If a cat lives past the age of 16, and then the U.S. government comes by and they like just nukes it.
They're like, check it out. It's been living for too long.
What kind of question is that?
Check it out.
Yeah, I could survive a nuke.
No, you can't, Moral.
Yeah, they got 9 lives, right?
Yeah, but
the
nuke has like damage over time effects.
Does it? They got time nukes? Oh my god.
Radiation. It has a damage over time effect, like AoE damage over time.
they got time nukes, guys. Watch out. No. they're gonna nuke the timeline, guys. They're gonna nuke the timeline, guys.
Yeah, we're going back to 2012, ladies and gentlemen. When the world was actually supposed to end.
They're gonna actually end the world by nuking the timeline by splitting
Honestly,
up.
If the world ended in 2012, that wouldn't be so bad, considering the past few years, you know?
It's true.
I mean, like,
like,
COVID never even existed.
If the entire world just got like unplugged, like as soon as 2012, like you know, happened, right? That wouldn't be too bad. I don't want like apocalypse to happen, of course, but like if it just like, you know, like flashlight off, you know?
Like, yeah, turn off. You know, we
Turn
just
off. That
our
wouldn't
brains,
be too bad.
you know, we no longer exist. Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Okay, no, it wouldn't be too bad. I'll be done with that. Yeah. Yeah. Great. How do we execute this plan, guys? How do we steal the time links?
For legal reasons, we are not planning on nuking the timeline. Thank you.
For legal reasons, we are not planning to steal the time loops at all. We don't know they even exist. They're
you guys and your
fabricated. You guys and you time loops. Oh man.
Yeah, I blame Donald Trump for the nukes.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Check the Is This A channel.
What do we learn here, to guys?
Okay, alright, let's check on the next day. Hey, Torlon, is this a Digimon?
Wait, post it.
You literally just posted it right now.
Technically, it is. Yeah, technically. Yes.
Is this Moro after he's eaten too much? Yes.
This is Moral's 7th life right here. So.
Yeah, Torlon trying to dox you right now.
Damn.
Yeah. He's like, hey, Moro, you still haven't played Final Fantasy 14? Get doxed.
Good game.
Well, if we like could live for eternal, right? Like let's say reincarnation is real. It's definitely a timeline where you reincarnated as two different people, and you're both alive at the same time.
What?
That's wild.
I think the last thing I would be reincarnated as is a Final Fantasy 14 NPC.
Damn.
What was the last? I wouldn't want to be a. Maybe something living.
But yeah, something living. Yeah, of
Bacteria
course.
Would be
optimal. Yeah, the NPCs are alive, Moral. Come on.
you could just be another like small Ahmed in the Ahmedverse.
What are some of your guys' favorite songs? Please just post in the Discord.
Favorite song?
I would love
favorite sad songs like depression.
Reincarnated as a starfish. You know,
how about like a song that makes you feel like you want to cry?
How about a happy song? Because we're here to.
I mean, cry of happiness.
No happiness. Happiness does not exist.
We're here to.
No happiness.
We're not here to cure depression. We're here to.
Further depression.
Put it off.
Let me change my source to my other source real quick for this.
Your source? What?
My audio source, so that way we can listen to music together. There we go.
Wait, on which channel? You have like a music channel or what?
No. I mean, I have a thingy-majig which allows me to make it so that the YouTube people can't copyright me.
Oh. No, you're saying post your sad songs.
Yeah. Post your sad songs in the Discord.
We're procrastinating. Procrastinating depression.
Which channel though?
Any general. No. Post it in. Is this a?
Is this a sad? Yo, hold on. I got the perfect meme for that.
I'm getting old, everyone. Also, COVID booster shot tomorrow. Pog.
Let's go.
You're finally getting the booster? No.
No, it's...
Whoa. Let's not judge people.
Moral, do you have the booster shot yet?
I'm kidding. Yeah,
Moral's anti-vax, everyone.
No, I'm kidding. No, I am boosted. Yeah.
No, if you don't get boosted, when moral gets boosted, you get shot on sight. that's how it works. You get shot.
Okay, let's raid someone. Let's raid someone, and then we can chill to some music or something. You know? Yes.
Okay.
Let's raid.
Okay.
Everyone, get into the stream. Get into the stream.
Well, who are we raiding? That's
no.
We could raid Boomba.
Who?
We could raid
the
Casella.
VTuber. Boomba.
I'm looking who's here.
Let's do Boomba.
Okay, you want to do them? That's fine.
Okay.
What's our message?
Oh yeah, what's the raid message?
Time
Don't be
nuke.
sad.
The raid message is time nuke.
Time nuke and don't be sad.
No. I don't agree with that. That's a raid message. No.
So sad.
What if our raid message is just T-pose? Can our raid message
Toilet.
be just T-pose?
Or how about I don't know. Is Toyland a Gundam?
No, can our raid message be play Final Fantasy 14?
No.
Yes.
Play Lost Ark.
That's our raid message. Everyone, get into stream, come on.
No,
There we go.
Play Lost Ark.
3,
New April
2,
update.
1.
Oh my god, Pepe just got here.
Hello, Pepe.
Yo, you right here? You right here live?
Let's go.
Hey, Pepe. You guys are still alive?
We just ended Pepe.